Water cast. Every now and then I make a really long cast. With a hair jig and I catch a smallmouth. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, here we go. Oh, gosh. There we go. Back to back cast. Oh, oh, baby. Big smallmouth. Biggest one of the day. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a smallmouth. That's a big smallmouth. Yes, sir. Well, what is going on, folks? Welcome back to the Uncut Bass Fishing Channel. My name is Tyler. I'm the host of this channel, and my goal is to give you guys an awesome bass fishing day, totally uncut, everything good and everything bad included, to show you what a true fishing day looks like. Now, today we're on a beautiful body of water in Minnesota. I come here about twice a year, and so I know it's got some good smallmouth and some good largemouth, but I truly don't know the ways in which we're gonna catch them. It could be finesse, it could be power fishing, it could be somewhere in between, but I'm excited for you guys to follow along. Every episode on this channel is brought to you by my merch brand called Infinite Outdoors. I'm wearing the Yuri sun shirt right now, and the name Infinite has two meanings. The first of which being there are infinite possibilities for making memories and having fun in the outdoors, whether it's fishing or hunting or hiking or stinking just looking around and flipping over rocks as kids. There are infinite and endless ways to enjoy being in the outdoors, and so of course I'm an advocate of that. But as a man of faith, I also believe, and my trust is in a God who loves us infinitely, that he would send his son to be the sacrifice for our sins so that we can come into relationship with him and have our sins paid for. And so I will have my merch linked down below. I've got sun shirts from AFCO. We've got the Reaper sweatshirt, awesome hats including stitched and leather. My own personal fishing catchphrase t-shirt that says, "Give them the business." Lots of cool stuff. Again, no pressure at all to support, but if you want to check it out, I will leave it linked down below in the video description and pinned to the top of the comments. Now, enough talking, let's get to the fishing day, because I'm excited to see if we catch any big ones, and if we do, how it all goes down. Well, there we go. Got ourselves a bass. Largie or smallie? It's a largie. Let's go ahead and spot lock us. So we got a few lures that I'm going to rotate through today. One of them being this one right here, KVD 1.5 square bill in a bluegill color. Again, because I'm going after mostly largemouth, I think, today. I've seen some smallmouth cruising around before this fish catch, but I don't think they're going to be catchable maybe until the afternoon, which this Uncut may or may not make its way to. But thank you, little guy. So we got that. We've got a bluegill colored, again, mostly bluegill themed, vibrating jig. This here's the Strike King Thunder Cricket. Gonna throw this around a little more grass. I'll tell you about what I'm fishing here in a second, and it's not grass. And then I got a line through swim bait here in perch color, because we are in Minnesota. Now you'll tell by the drone shot, I'm fishing a long spine of rock that comes off the bank, and it's got grass on either side because it has deeper water on either side. But that fish just came off of kind of flat chunk rock area on the upwind side of this spine. So we'll see if there's more fish in this area, or if we're gonna have to go a little deeper or a little shallower. May have to skip some docks here in about 45 minutes, or when the sun gets high enough to make the docks shady. Or I guess not the docks shady, makes the shade underneath the docks. But right now I'm just casting this square bill into the wind, kind of crosswind, pulling it back down, getting a little bit of grass on it. And the grass we have today is cabbage. Very, very Minnesota style of grass. We ain't got cabbage down in Texas. Although now that I think about it, we have several types of cabbagey things, kind of leafy grasses, not like a stalky. Actually, sorry, take that back. It is stalky, but it's got like, it almost looks like it actually has like cabbage leaves on it. And we don't have any of those in Texas that I'm aware of. This lake also has milfoil at certain times, but I think it's a little too early in the season for some foil. What's that? See, okay, there's a smallmouth right there. Eat my crankbait, please. Nope. He don't want to. I think the smallmouth are pre-spawn, honestly. Because they are cruising. Not a single bed that I can find anywhere, though. And if they were pre-spawn, you'd think I'd catch them on my square bill. So I guess that remains to be seen. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. I'm really covering a lot of water because this time of year the fish are not super spread out. They are concentrated in little groups, usually. So you've got to fish a decent amount of space to find where the groups are. And then once you find them, you slow down and you really fish in those areas. Come on, largies. Where you at, big dogs? Where are you at? I'm nearing the end of the spine. I may have to go back down it the other side. I fished the upwind side of the spine. Maybe I gotta fish the downwind side. Maybe the fish are using the downwind as an ambush point. Huh? Letting the current flow over it to bring them their produce. It's possible. That is possible. All right, well, let's go ahead and spin us around here. I guess we'll fish the opposite direction. Going downwind now, which is nice. I can make longer casts this way, but do the fish want it downwind? That's the question. Hope to catch at least a few fish in the 4-pound weight class. That is considered a big bass for this lake. And dude, that wind is cooking. Look at the main lake. It's cooking out there. Strong wind today. Oh, I need to put on chapstick, I just realized. Pause for the chapstick, because I cannot be getting sunburnt lips. Not an option around here. And today we're really going to have to find out if they want to be around the rock, around the sand, around the grass, or a mixture of all three. There's also a shallow bay over there that's got cattails and lily pads that I might go back into. World of possibilities, huh? World of possibilities. They're endless. Endless possibilities. Zinger. Really keeping my eyes peeled. Ooh, there's a smallmouth. It's a big smallmouth. God gracious. Holy cow. He's chilling on a log. I don't think he's on a bed. He's big. I would like to catch him. Gosh, brother. Big smallmouth. That's like a 4-pounder at least. I'm gonna go back to that log. That's a big smallie. Maybe he's making this this log his home. Oh, where'd he go? What the world? He's gone. Darn, man. It's a big old small jaw. Yeah, I don't see him anymore. Wow. So, dude, they are trying to find, I think, places to spawn, but they're just not doing it yet. That's a big smallie. Goodness. And that's him. Oh, that's him right there. That's a smaller one. That's a smaller one. But I think he's making a bed, so I may come back to that area. I'm gonna leave the drop shot out, ready to throw. Always got to be ready to throw. You know what I'm saying? There's 2 smallies. Oh my gosh, dude. Smallies are everywhere. It's crazy. They're not eating. They're not eating diddly or squat. Crazy. We are real close, I think, to the smallies in this lake going on beds. Real close. They're just not quite there yet. Oh, there's one. There's a bass. Yes, sir. Feels a little nicer. What do we got? Largemouth. Beautiful clear water. Gosh, that's so much fun. That's so much fun. Get in here. Yes, sir. All right. Another largie in a sea full of smallmouth that were not bite. You can always count on a largie. I'll say this over and over again. Northern strain are better than Florida strain. That's just my opinion. Because they're more aggressive. Now, they don't get nearly as big, of course, but they're a little more fun. Unless to you, the only fun is big, which to me, that's not the case. Goodness gracious, why can't I get the treble hook out of this fish? You want to unhook, please? It's crazy. At least he wasn't getting off. Got a little 2-pounder. Thank you, buddy. Now go find your 4-pound friend. How is the lighting? It looks a little bit dark, if I'm going to be honest. That's better, I think. That's better. That's mo better. That's mo bomba. I go, oh. And I almost think with how calm it is back here now, that like a little swim bait, like on a flashy swimmer or something, would be the ticket. But hey, I've caught 2 on this uncut, so no need to start changing things up yet. Yeah. Somehow I caught my line. There we go. Because they're eating the cranky bait. At least decently good. The wind is absolutely gassing today. So I've got to really stick to little backwater areas behind points and stuff. The wind is your friend in fishing usually, but it's not your friend when you're cold and you want to have your audio sound good. Then it's not your friend. Then it's your mortal enemy. gosh. Dude, the smallies are just like cruising up there shallow. There's one. Oh man. Horrible cast, Tyler, you doofus. There's a 3.5 pound smallmouth cruising the flat. Yeah, they are pre-spawn smallmouth. And they don't want a hair jig, at least once they've seen you. Huh. So interesting. Oh man, come on. Really wonder if anything can get those. Oh, here we go. I was gonna say get the pre-spawn smallies to bite. That's something. I don't think it's a smallmouth though. I think it's a largemouth. Nope. No, it's a smallmouth. It's a smallie. All right, folks. Well, this is a lure that I wasn't expecting to catch fish on today, but hey, we got one. Let's go. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Get your face in here. Get your face in here. Yes, sir. Little 2 pound small jaw on the hair. Check that guy out. Cool. Super pretty colors. And yeah, if I'm seeing this shape in the water and this is a 2 pounder, I definitely saw some 4s. Sick. Okay, so the hair jig is going to be the way to go to get the cruising smallmouth to bite. Good to know. Good to know that they'll bite something. They will bite something. You know what? They'll probably bite better and better as it gets warmer. Oh, that's fun. Let's go. All right, now don't miss the comment challenge that is to come here on this channel. I try to do it every time, but sometimes I forget. At some point I'll catch a fish and I will give you a prompt of something to comment. And if you comment down below whatever my prompt is, I'll pick a random winner about 2 to 3 weeks from when the video releases, and we'll give away one of the lures that I was catching them on. Of course, not a used one. I'll order you a brand new one straight to your doorstep, so make sure y'all are tuned in the whole time for the comment challenge. And I still don't get a whole lot of comments yet on this channel, and so your chances of winning the comment challenge are pretty high if you enter a few times. Now, you can't enter a few times per video, of course, but 1 comment per video. And I will be policing the comment section if you comment multiple times. I will delete all but 1. A dang smallmouth. That's fun. That is fun. All right, we're getting a little too much grass, I think, for the SB square bill, the skew bee. Two largemouth and a smallmouth walk into a bar. That's how the joke goes, right? Is that one? No, rocks. Rocks. Raucous. Raucous and roll. Surprised I'm not getting more bites. Really am. Really am surprised. I'm not getting more bites. Oh! No, grass. Grass. Not a bass. Come to look at a boulder up here. See if there's any smallmouth making a nest. Nope. There's not. I'm gonna go vibrating jig for a few casts here. You'll notice if you watch the back camera at all throughout this uncut, I'm really swiveling my head a ton. And that's because now that I know smallmouth are cruising, I'd like to know what depth they're in. I'd like to know if I come across, you know, school of 5 or 6 of them. I just kind of want to know what areas are holding fish, and I think it's like the middle of the spine back there. Middle to the end of the spine. I'm near the beginning now, near shore. And I think the sun is high enough now that I can put a jig on and go skip these docks here. Don't know if there'll be any bass on them, but I'm gonna give that a shot. Because I think I want to let this long peninsula heat up a little bit. I think I want to let those fish get a little more active. Probably hit them too early in the morning, which is crazy because it's 11 o'clock right now. But I think the cold front did a number on them. And they're not really eating until later on. Later on. Jolene, Jolene. I'm begging, baby, please don't take my man. Please don't take my fish. Jolene. Yeah, I'm really gonna burn down this bank here real quick. I have no reason to think they'd be here over the area where the spine is. Probably more dead water here. Jolene, Jolene. There's something way shallow up there. Honestly, it looks like a smallmouth bed. I'm gonna have to go check that out. Looks like a very cleared off white spot. So, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna go look at that eventually. Actually, I'm not gonna put on a jig yet. I'm gonna skip a wacky rig under these docks first, and if I get a bite on a wacky, then I'll put a jig on, because I like jigs way more under docks than I like a wacky. Although with the wind, it may just be easier anyways to fish a jig as compared to the wacky. Okay. Come fish. Here. It's my wacky rig. A Nico rig, I guess it technically is. It's got a weight on it, so it's a Nico. And it is rigged with the hook Nico style. Nothing on that there, Doc. We got some good sand mixed with grass out here. There could be fish out here. Possibility. High possibility, I'd say. Skip. Skipsy dipsy skipsy doo dee doo. Skip dee dip dee skip dee doo dee doo. Oh no! I'm way better at skipping a dock with a bait caster. I'm gonna be honest. Gosh. Wonder if there's any up around these little shallow cattails here that are currently dead, but they will rise again. Like Jesus on the third day, they will rise again. These will be alive here in about a month. I guess I shouldn't say they're dead, they're dormant. And then they will be living. Man, what a bad cast. I cannot skip a Nico rig to save my life. All right, well, this is telling already that I ain't caught a dang bass under the docks. On a wacky worm. It's the most shallow dock thing ever. If there was some, I'd catch them here. Yeah, I kind of like the sand as well. Part of me thinks smallmouth will spawn back here. It's possible. It is possible. I like the sand. Sand in my boots. Oh my gosh, dude. Learn to cast, doofus. There we go. This dock's got maximum shade out of all the ones I've fished. But then again, seeing how they're cruising in the sunlight, maybe this pattern's not even a thing right now. But I gotta check it out. I gotta rule it out. You know what I'm saying? If it's not a thing, I gotta find out. I'm starting to think it's not a thing. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Man, it's chilly in the wind. Gosh, there was one. Okay. He wasn't even under the dock. He was outside the dock. It's possible he came out to eat it though. But that was a bass. Interesting. Interesting. I had a bass. I had a bass. I had a bass. I had one. And he got off. Wonder why. How about under that dock? That was a largemouth, it looked like. About 2 pounds. About 2 pounds, my guy. How about under there, my guy? I don't know. Got a bite on the dang vibe jig in front of a dock. How about that? How about that, huh? Yeah, I'm not really taking any thought to that, honestly. That bite does not tell me much. Do 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 do. Some sand in my boots. Darn it. I was hoping I could, there we go. That's what I was hoping to do. Easily pop over the dock post. Not a bass there. I think I'm eliminating docks, to be totally fair. Okay. Another one. As I say that, I'm gonna say it out loud. There's not a single bass under docks today, man. I swear, I can't catch a single one underneath a boat dock. Dang it. It doesn't work once you've caught one. You gotta genuinely mean it for the ironic phrase to work. That's 2 bites under docks. Neither one are big, but they are bites. And as of now, I'm still trying to discover what the bite is on this lake. I think I'm gonna go with the swim jig. The vibe jig is a little bit too, what do you call it, aggressive for them on under docks. How in the world did this happen? There you go. Sorry for the lack of catches for a little while, y'all. Hope you're just enjoying the sounds of the wind and the The little waves. That's also kind of a cool part of this channel, is just the, you know, ASMR to a certain extent aspect of it, where we all just get to enjoy nature together, which is pretty fun. And the backlash. We all get to enjoy the backlashes together too. Though few they may be, they happen. Whoa. Power poles, we're gonna hit that dock. Wow. Oh yeah, brother. I got the dock sign. Ooh, I got the chain. That's always fun. I love catching bass on the chains, but they do catch jigs. A little easier than most other parts of docks. And they don't let go super easily all the time. Got it! Yay! All right. They ain't on the docks, boys and girls. Pretty dang sure. Don't even know if the second fish was a bass anyways. Could have been a rock bass. So I'm gonna get on the big engine here in a second once I get this square bill off of my spinning reel. Darn it. Now, how did that happen? Somehow my square bill ended up in my spinning reel. There we go. All right. Nico rig can go away for now. Drop shot can stay out. Hair jig can stay out. Square bill can be a square and stay out. Vibrating jig. All right, we're gonna get on the big engine, idle back up to the good stuff. Oop. You gotta turn off spot lock if I don't want to fight against my trolling motor. Although my big engine would win. All right, we are back. And I want to crank around the swim bait. I just don't think these fish are in the mood for it. I really wish they were like cruising and eating, but I don't think a whole lot of eating is going on right now, honestly. I think there's a lot of cruising, looking for a place to spawn. Usually in that scenario, it's not the best time to try to get on a, you know, intense moving bait bite. But I'm gonna get real shallow here. There was a little spot I wanted to check out, and I think might be a bed. And if not, there's a whole little back section. Oh my gosh, okay, there's a smallmouth. Yeah, they are making beds today. Because when I came through that 20 minutes ago, there was not a fish there. And now there's a little circle that's kind of black with a fish sitting on it. He spooked when I went by, which means he's not committed to the bed yet. But dude, they are literally making beds as we speak. That's crazy. I've never been on a body of water when they are actively making beds. In terms of smallmouth, I've seen that for largemouth. I've seen the largies do that. Okay, not a bed, I don't think. I think it's just rocks that have sand around them. I'm gonna go look. Yeah, just rocks with sand. Really pretty area I'm coming into though. Shallow water, calmer. Pretty water. Yeah, I think today's Uncut honestly might just be a lot more casting and looking around than catching. I don't think the fish are that active yet. Don't get me wrong, we're gonna fish more spots, but from what I've seen, the bass need a little more heat to get going. Goodness, it's pretty back here though. Wow. Wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. Really pretty sandy area. I just don't see a dang bass back here. This is probably a place all the largemouth spawned. And I say spawned past tense because I don't think the largemouth are still spawning. Oh, hello. Got a little bit of rocks on my trolling motor. Gosh darn it. Braid is wrapped. Braid is wrapped. Gosh, I watched that. Largie? Wow. I watched him come eat on top of the water on a marabou hair jig. What do you know? 1 pounder. So cold. But he ate the marabou. I totally thought that was a smallmouth when it bit. But no, I guess not. And he ate it good. As always, I'll have all the tackle I'm using linked down in the video description. Those are affiliate links, which means that when you click those links to shop for your tackle, it tracks your whole purchase to my account and helps me make a living. So whether you want the little Outcast Tackle marabou fighter fly that I'm throwing, or you want the vibrating jig or the square bill, or you just want to shop for your own tackle, Using those links would mean a lot to me and cost you nothing. So thank you for considering doing that. Wow, a largemouth on the hair. Not the first time I've done that. Believe it or not, there's a lake in Texas that at 2 a.m. fishing green lights under the water, I caught like an 8-pounder on a white version of this. Oh my gosh, smallmouth, big, or no, largemouth, big largemouth on the hair jig. Whoa, goodness. I don't think he's one of the 4-pound varieties, but he's a nice one. He's a nice one. Gonna come land him right here. Get in here. Yes, sir. Oh, 2-pounder. Look at how he ate the hair jig. Can you see that? It's down to mouth. It's down to mouth. Wow. Look at that, y'all. Down the mouth. Okay. So the black hair jig might be the lure that I'm giving away today. That's crazy. 2-pound northern strain. Let's go. This is cool. Wow. It got colder outside and the bass needs something a little more finesse. And by a little more, I mean a lot more. The marabou hair jig is like a ultra finesse technique. You gotta throw it super far. But because it's so light, like the one I'm throwing, I think is 3/32 of an ounce. Yeah. 16th at a max for hair jigs from me. But because of that, you got to have lighter line. So I've got Seaguar PEX 8 braid, and it comes in. It says the Japanese equivalent of the pound test, but I think it's like 12-pound test braid or something. It's really thin. I'll have it linked below. And 8-pound, maybe 10. Seaguar Gold Label leader, which is my favorite for hair jigs. It's really thin for its pound test. And then a long rod. This here's the KVD 7.6 medium light fast. I mean, heck, if they made an 8-foot, I'd use it. Kind of wish they did. So you want the longest rod possible. And once you get one, I mean, it's really a dedicated hair jig rod. You can throw other spinning rod technique stuff, drop shots, shaky heads, Ned rigs. You can do all that with this rod, but I own 1 or 2 of these just for hair jigging. Because man, when I come up here and this is the way to catch them, I need to have the gear for it. Sick. Sick, 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 sick. Not gonna lie, I was not expecting to hair jig him today. Not gonna complain, but that just wasn't on my bingo card. I mean, I had it rigged up, so I guess it was on the bingo card, but just barely. Wasn't on there by much. And the harder of a cast you make with this thing, the shorter it actually flies. So you just kind of lob it out there, like a nice side roll cast lob. Let the braid just fly. Oh no, another one. Let the braid just fly off. Darn it. I guess I gotta check my hook. You bent out at all? No, we're good. Don't know if that was a largie or a smallie. Oh, I think I had another bite. So I'm sitting off the break right now. The bar is up there. The point peninsula is up there. I'm sitting way off it, and my cast is not even making it to it. So I'm just kind of fishing over grass, which would make sense why I'm catching largemouth, because I'm pretty sure the last one I hooked when I when I set the hook and saw him turn, he looked green. Need to power pull down, honestly. But I bet if I were to slide a little shallower and actually cast on top of it, I might get some smallmouth. But I really think they need more time to heat up. So I'm just gonna keep plugging along with the hair out here in the grass. I may even come back and make a loop shallower against the actual point, the rock main lake point, at some point. I said point a lot there. Because points are important, people. Points are crucial. There's a bass. There's a bass. I think it's a smallmouth, but I can't tell. He doesn't want my hair jig. It's like once they know you're there, you're toast. But dude, the wind is absolutely ripping on the main lake. It goes blowing 20. So I think most of the uncut is going to take place back here, because at least I mean, it's windy, but at least we're relatively protected from it. And there's lots of fish to be caught around here. And the hook set on this thing is really not much of a hook set at all. You're just continuing your slow reel. You just kind of lean into them. Nothing ultra hard. It's a very thin wire hook. I mean, like very thin. This is the thinnest wire out of any hook I use in bass fishing, is this lure. I'm gonna go on top of the shoal, on top of the shoal. Pretty day though, besides the wind. Wish it wasn't so windy. All right, power pull up. My foot controls somehow got unlinked, and I could spend time doing it, but I'm just gonna keep using the hand remote. It works every time. And the goal with the marabou is to try to keep it as low as you can in the water column, but it still rises pretty fast, again, because it's such a light lure. It's easy to retrieve it just barely too fast and it rises in the water column. I'd like a 4-pound smallie, please. Order up. Order up. Oh, never mind. Grass. This, of course, is not a weedless presentation, but it's so small that your chances of actually hitting the grass are pretty small. Almost every cast perfectly weaves in and out of the stalks. And actually, this kind of reminds me of a few days I had in Canada about 6 years ago. Yeah, I think it was 2018, 2019. I spent a lot of time in Northwest Ontario on Lake of the Woods, which, by the way, beautiful area. Highly recommend going there if you never have. But a good buddy of mine is a guide up there, or he was, now he lives in Manitoba. But we fished a tournament on, what was the lake called? Man, the name of the lake's escaping me. It's one next to Lake of the Woods that, there's one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What do we got? What do we, oh, that's not even a bass. That's a rock bass. This is what some of the bass up here eat. It's kind of one of their perch types, or not perch, one of their panfish types. And they love to eat a Ned rig. They love to eat a hair jig, and they love to perfectly get your hair jig so that you have trouble getting them out because their mouths just perfectly fit it. Come on now. Got it. Thank you, buddy. Hey, we got a bite though. We got a bite and it was a fish. Not a large fish, but a fish. But yeah, as I was saying, fished a tournament in Canada, and we ended up getting 4th or 5th place, I believe, 2-day derby, on a black marabou hair jig around cabbage. But it was full-blown summertime. Cabbage stalks were 10 feet tall. But yeah, we found the best cabbage patches in the lake, and we were slowly swimming a hair jig around them. So kind of what I'm doing right now, but a little deeper and a little closer to summertime. We actually caught some fish on what's called a crib, which is a wooden Lincoln log, almost Little House on the Prairie style build that they stack about 4 or 5 layers of it and then put rocks in the middle. And so bass use those as things to sit around. Made a little pitch right here to a piece of wood. I feel like, nah, never mind. Thought I saw one. See, I tried to cast too hard there, and it didn't fly out easily. Man, I gotta poop. That's not good. And the pooper's all the way on the other side of the lake. But I'd go, because it's too cold to drape my booty over the water. Much too cold for that. It's much too cold for that. All right, 2 fish from now, I'll try to do the comment challenge. So you got your warning. Rock bass included. There we go. There we go. What is this? What is this? Largemouth. Largemouth, largemouth, largemouth. Oh, wrong way. There we go. Largemouth on the hair. I'm not even gonna go show him to the camera because he's rinky-dink. Thank you, buddy. So I'm not catching many fish on the traditional stuff because they want the hair jig. Dang. Dang, dang, dang. Dang, dang, darn. So interesting, man. The tendencies of fish. Sometimes they want huge things. Sometimes they want tiny things. Sometimes they're hungry and they don't care what it is. Those days are the best. But that's rare. Grass. Yeah. There's a log over here that looks like it has a bed being made around it. Maybe not. Power pole up. Let's keep on moving, brother cousin. Oh man, sometimes even a light cast still gets it stuck. What's it getting stuck on this time? Ah, that guy. That guy. This guy. Yeah. Little lob. I don't do overhand cast with the hair jig because then the hair has more time in the air. It's like rainbowing. Same reason why like soccer goalkeepers will make the long like a half field kick, and they keep it low and driving because it's the higher it is, the more time it has for the air and the wind, especially, to have an effect on it. So I do the same thing with the hair jig. I'm gonna go ahead and just go here now. Go up to this shallow sandy point. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yes. Haha. What do I got? Another largemouth. Yes, sir. Not a big one, but it's the comment challenge fish. So, I'm gonna be giving away a pack of these fighter flies straight to your doorstep. Matter of fact, I might do 2 packs of them if I'm feeling frisky. A set of black ones and brown ones, because brown works too. If I can get this guy off, come on now. Thank you, little guy. And the comment challenge is, hold up, am I spot locked? I'm not. Comment challenge is, what's the biggest bass you've caught? Oh no, that camera died. Hold up. Loading. All right, we're back. What's the biggest bass you've ever caught on a tiny lure? So it could be you caught a 4-pounder on a Mepps spinner, or you caught a big smallmouth on a hair jig, or if you don't have a giant bass yet, just what's the smallest? I want to hear the story of the smallest lure you've thrown. Maybe it's a tiny fly and you're fly fishing, but a big bass eats it. I want to know the tiniest thing you've thrown and the biggest fish you've caught on the tiniest thing. For me, I would say it's this hair jig, and I told the story a few minutes ago in the Uncut, but it's just the 8-pounder I caught on the hair. And you know what? Let's take a break so I can show you that exact crazy big fish catch on a small lure. Oh, that's a fish, dude. That's a bass. Oh my God. That's a 10-pounder. That's a 10-pounder. That's a 10-pounder. Get the net.
Yeah, you just fight it, bro. Just fight it.
That's the biggest fish I've ever seen. You just fight it, bro.
That's a 10-pounder.
Oh my gosh, Tyler. It's gonna dog. Oh my gosh. Yes! Yes! Dude, look at that. Woo! Let's go! Dude, that's a G. Let's go! That's an 8. Yes! On the hair jig, dude. I don't think you guys understand. That's how big of a lure he just ate. 1/8 ounce hair jig.
I'm gonna get you a good.
Oh my gosh. Here, hit spot lock again. So as you can tell, my buddy and I, we were absolutely jacked up. A, because it was 2 a.m. and we were tired, and I was also extra tired because that was the final limb of my 24-hour fishing challenge, which actually you can find on YouTube. To my knowledge, I'm the only guy on YouTube that has fished consistently for 24, not consistently, I guess I took some breaks to drive, but I had the cameras recording for what ended up being 23 hours and something minutes. So if you want to watch a 23-hour video, talk about an uncut. Matter of fact, I wonder if I should put that one, if I should put that uncut on this channel. Take it off Tyler's Real Fishing and put it on here. Because that's an uncut, baby. That's 23 hours long. I would hope it would get views similar to like the Mr. Beast 24-hour deals that he did. That was, like I said, or 10 hours. I watched It's Everyday Bro for 10 hours. I watched the Crab Rave for 10 hours. Wonder if I need to put that on the channel. We just need to get lots of views to make it worth it. All right. So I did catch one up here. I'm gonna get all the way up against the shore. See if there's any beds. Surprised the amount of largemouth I'm catching on the hair jig. Just being totally honest. It's kind of crazy to me. But it just goes to show you that a fish is gonna eat if it wants to eat. Don't matter what it is. Uh-oh. Dang, that camera died back there. Good grief. We're a mess right now. Audio just came from the chesty, I'm sure. Switching out the cameras. All right, now we're back. Now we're good to go for a while. 2 new batteries. Uh-oh. My poles are down. I don't know though if any of the bigger bass are going to be on this just super flat nothing bank here, if I'm being honest. Caught a small one on it, but nah, I'm gonna turn. I'm turning around. Every now and then I get a little bit tired. The Uncut song is back, folks. Turn around. What a comment challenge. What's the biggest bass you've caught on the smallest bait? Love it. Lyle, love it, baby. Oh yeah. There we go. What a tiny largemouth. Come on. This is a quarter scoop. Look at that. That's a quarter scoop bass right there. He sucked it down. Goodness. Probably time that I check my line. Feels okay. Well, hey, you know what? We're catching fish. We're having fun. We're having fun. You're never gonna hear me complain about having fun. No, you're not. Because I'm having fun. Yeah, it's gonna be hard for me to put the hair jig down because it's not like I'm just casting this thing around hoping to catch smallmouth. It's getting me the largies as well. So as much as I would like to throw a square bill and a vibrating jig in this weather, it's usually windy conditions are good for it. I'm gonna keep throwing this. It's getting bit. It's getting bit and ripping lips. I just need a big old small jaw to eat it. A big old small jaw to place his mouth around it. I need to make sure my microphone is working because it's windy out here. Check, 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 check. Check, check. It is. We're good. I have not seen any smallmouth though trying to make a bed on this bank. So I wonder if they're just making them out there. Either way, we're gonna find out here in a few minutes once I make my way back around to the other side. Water's risen 1 degree. Huzzah! The north wind is absolutely not helping. Oh, uh-oh. Power poles dragging us. Our dragon needs nuts. Yeah. What a cast. What a cast, mate. What a cast. Every now and then I make a really long cast. With a hair jig in, I catch a smallmouth. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a smallmouth. That's a smallmouth, baby. Come on. Come on. Let's power pull down here. Get in here. Get in here. It's the biggest smallmouth of the day. Chunker. Get in here. Yes. Nice fish. On the hair. Okay, maybe he's just a little bit bigger than my last one. So pretty. I mean, they are light in this lake and probably light this time of the year because they've been chilling out deep all winter long. That's awesome. Super sick. Getting closer to the end of the shoal and I catch a smallie. Makes sense. Makes sense. All right. We're having fun. That's my camera's kind of got a, excuse the lick, there we go. Kind of had some debris. That was fun. We're finally eating. And man, when you got this kind of thing happening with bass as it gets warmer, turning on, per se, you know, when I first started this, they weren't very active, and then I went down and fished docks and came back, and as the sun gets up, they got more and more active. When that happens, man, you can make multiple loops around the same area and catch fish on every loop. And also, you're not going to make the same exact casts. The fish may be here when I pass by this area, so I totally missed him. By the time I come back, he's in a totally different spot and I catch him. That's why I'm not afraid to just make a loop around this area. Gosh, man, what am I catching? Grass? Yeah, must be grass. But I really think largemouth gonna be up here in the open area. Smallmouth are gonna be up against the rocks. Because again, they're moving shallow to make beds. It's also crazy to me, you know, in all my travels, making videos over the past 13 years, I've seen so many lakes where, man, timing is so crucial. Where you could be fishing the best spot on the lake, but if you're an hour and a half too early, the fish just are not biting. And that's what I think we saw here when I started the Uncut. And, you know, I muscled through and caught a few, but it was not the best. I'm just barely retrieving or reeling the handle, shaking the rod tip. I see a lot of people talk about whether you should just reel a marabou hair jig straight or give it some shakes. I'm a big fan of the shake, but I also don't live up here. Smallmouth are not my expertise, and so I could be leading people astray. I don't think so, because it works for me. I'm not shaking it as hard as I shake a minnow. Like the shaking a minnow thing is like that. I'm just going like that, barely activating my wrist like that to shake. Oh my gosh, I had one. Darn it. I let it sit there, and I was showing y'all how to retrieve it. I got a bite. And it was right on the edge, so I think that was a smallmouth. I'd bet it was. That should be a fish. If they're out cruising and bruising. Nothing. So I turn around. I fished Lake Mille Lacs yesterday, which is about 20,000 times bigger than this lake. And I caught some giants, but that's kind of what that lake's known for. It just grows big smallmouth. So I caught 3 4s, 1 almost 4, and a 5. And a few of them were on this bait right here. Matter of fact, the exact same one. I haven't even retied it yet. But I bet the north wind on Mille Lacs today is not leading to nice fishing. That's for sure. Probably making that pretty tough. If I had to guess. Here's a smallmouth. Yeah, it's a big one. Man, why can't you eat my hair jig? Darn it. Power pull down here. Fish this area. Come, fishy, fishy. I know you'd like to eat my hair jig. I know you'd like to do it. I know you'd like to do it. I'm getting excited. I'm reeling too fast. I'm reeling too fast, folks. Ah. All right. All right, smallmouth. Where you at, huh? What you doing? Where you at? Oh, you got plans. Don't say that. Shut your trap. That looks like a bed. That right there looks like a BED. Yeah. Might be an old bed, but that's a bed. You got plans. Don't say that. No, shut your trap. Don't say that. It's like the fish come in little flurries. Catch two and then go 15 minutes without a bite, which I talked about earlier. It's par for the course out here this time of year. Great thing about Minnesota, specifically this part of Minnesota, is that there's not a whole lot of bass fishermen out here. The only other boats at the parking lot this morning were roller trailers for an Alumacraft and something else. So not a whole lot of people are really trying to catch the same fish I am. There we go. Got one. Got him. Largemouth. Largemouth. Get in here. Get in here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's fun. That's fun. Little guy. Wee little guy. Thank you, buddy. Skaploosh. Are there more? Are there more of you? That'd be nice. But yeah, I hardly ever have to worry about, even on a Saturday morning, pulling up to one of my favorite honey holes and having somebody else sitting there. Big lakes like Mille Lacs, yeah, it happens. But man, a lot of the places around here, there's just nobody bass fishing, which is very nice. Everybody comes up here and wants to catch walleye. They want to catch whatever bites. And usually the whatever bites crowd, they don't catch much of anything because they don't know how to target a whole lot of species. So they're just sitting off the break with a live leech or something. Oh, well, the live leech, they'll probably catch some giants. I'm imitating a live leech right now. Actually, you know what? I'd much rather have a live leech. Now that I get to clowning on live leeches. Do-do-do-do. Where you at? Oh, you got plans. I gotta poop. Pretty bad. I can hold it though. I'm gonna go to 3 different lakes today, I think. So after I finish with this Uncut, I'm gonna put the boat in the trailer and go to a different lake. That's the great thing about this location is I can fish so many lakes that are so close to each other. It's the best. I'm gonna work my way actually up to the point and then back. I've actually caught fish on the point now that I think about it. Yeah, I've caught fish there in the fall. So it's not out of the question at all for them to be there in the pre-spawn. Although I really thought the largemouth were gonna be post-spawn. Maybe they are. Minnesota's just weird. Usually down south, the smallmouth will spawn before the largemouth do because they can spawn in colder water. But up here, it seems like it's the exact opposite. Smallmouth will hold off for longer, and largemouth will get it done fast. Ooh, there's one. Is that a rock bass? Rock bass! Get in here. Get in here, you little squirt. You little turd. Little turdy squirt. Got him. And if you take care of these hair jigs, they will last you a lot of fish. But if you start really trying to wrench on them and really trying to, oh gosh, there we go, back-to-back cast. That's a largemouth. You try to wrench on them, you're gonna start bending the hook, and then eventually it breaks because it's a thin wire. So you just gotta be careful getting the hook out. I do put a piece of black and blue worm, which by the way is looking a little worse for wear here. Put a piece of black and blue worm on my hair jig to give it more bulk. Helps the hair material to kind of mold around something. And it helps with casting distance. So where are my blue worms though? I don't know if I have any with me right now. So I'll just get the end of a green pumpkin worm. Just like that. Still a usable worm, but I'll probably mostly use that one for hair jigs now. I don't think it needs to be black, it just can't be chartreuse or anything crazy. Green pumpkin can work. And then I let the hair fall around it. Pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Because yeah, it does not cast nearly as far without a soft plastic on it. And if the soft plastic has some salt in it, it will also help with the sink rate. Make it sinky dink in the drink a little faster. You know what I'm saying? There's a spot right there. Looks like a bed. is it? Oh, kicking on my rods. I think it's an old bed. Looks like it's covered over. But sometimes smallmouth are sitting on a bed and they're just perfectly camouflaged. No. Empty bed. That was one though. For sure. Matter of fact, I'm so for sure, I'm 5 sure. So yeah, it makes me think that largemouth have already spawned. It's crazy. They grow up so fast. They spawn so fast. Oh dude, I gotta poop. I don't know what to do, brother. I do not want to run in the wind and get cold right now, but I mean, I'm gonna have to do that to go poop later on anyways. I don't know, dude. I may just try to go over the side of the boat. Off camera, of course. I could see myself catching some on this windy point here. Got some grass on this now. That is for sure one thing you don't want in your hair jig is grass, because then it really don't look natural. What leech has a piece of grass chilling on it? None that I can think of. Of all the leeches I've ever seen. Oh, here we go. On the point. That one feels big. That one feels bigger. Yeah, that's bigger. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Get over here. Oh, on the dang windy point. It's a big largemouth. It's a big largemouth. Yes, sir. Gosh. Stay down. Stay down. Stay down. Yes, sir. On the dang hair jig. Goodness. I gotta let y'all see this for a second. Look when he swims. Look at how clear that is. Oh, man, that's fun. That's fun. Get in here. Yes, sir. Biggest largemouth of the day. He requires being shown to the camera. 2.5, maybe 3 pounder. Yeah, broken up tail, post spawn. And he got the fighter fly down the face hole. That was fun. Don't think these things are just for smallmouth, because they're not. What a chunk. What a chunk. Thank you, big girl. Let's get back out there and do it again. On the windy point. Absolutely could be more here. Or I could say that and look like a fool and not catch a dang one. But methinks there's more bass here. I should probably check my, it's not like Squidward there. I should probably check my line, because that largemouth had it so deep that he may have used his teeth to grind a little bit of the line. It's like I want to just chunk out a dang like suspending jerkbait on this point, and I still might, but the hair jig is just working. So why, you know, if it ain't, whatever am I trying to say? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, there's so many empty beds up there. From the largemouth spawn. From the spawn. This is fun. This is not the worst time I've had. All right. Guess there's no more. Yes, there's. Oh, gosh, dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Big smallie. Big smallie. No. I watched him come up behind it. Darn it. Watched him come up behind it. Missed it the first time and then ate it, but obviously did not get it super good. Man. All right, well, there are more fish here. It's kind of deep though. It's like, how deep is it out there? 5 feet. So I've really got to let the hair jig sink and just retrieve it ultra slow. Ultra slow. Ultra slow. Michelob Ultra for ultra slow. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Off the edge, baby. Way off the edge. That's a smallmouth. That's a big smallmouth. Yes, sir. Get in. I think it is at least. What is it? Yeah, it's smallie. It's a smallie. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, I fight so hard. He ain't even that big. He's the same size as the other two. Get in here. Yes. Pretty though. Pretty though. Come on now. Oh, he's actually smaller. He felt so big though. He's so pretty. He's so pretty. That one was not the same one that followed me in. Oh, my line's frayed. Let's be smart, boy. Let's retie. I don't want to be dumb boy. Dumb boy loses big fish. Smart boy reties and catches big fish. The hair jig is starting to lose some of the hair though. I've caught a lot of fish on this thing, but it's still kicking. I never replace my hair jigs unless the hook gets bent or they lose way too much hair. But this one's still looking good. Ideally, you want it to look like a nice, wet, fluffy dog, not a wet, scroungy old, mangy, you know, the dogs that, you know, white folks have with the crusty eyes. Yeah, you don't want your hair jig looking like crusty eye dog. That's for sure. There's a loop in my line. And I don't want to make a long cast super hard because, oh, it worked. There we go. I'll let that fall for 10 seconds and then start on my retrieve. Pop-pop-bum, pop-pop-bum. Smallies are deceiving as they fight so hard for how big they are. And especially their initial strength is there. So you set the hook and you're like, big one, and then you're, oh, pound and a half. This point here, you'll see on the drone shot, is just a perfect area for fish to sit on. Again, all times of the year, I'm gonna make a video on my main channel talking about points at some point this summer, because they're the most consistent location on almost every body of water. A point that sticks out on a river blocks the current, causes an eddy. A point on a big lake, usually associated with deeper water, so fish can come up and feed, or they can slide off to deep water. There's just so many advantages to points. And even during the spawn, a fish will spawn on the back of a point, as the beds are right here, because it created a calm area against a north wind. Points are goated, baby. I love points. Big fan of points. All right, I'm gonna put down the hair jig just for a second, and I am gonna grab old Suspendo. A Suspendo jerk face. Feel like it's possible to catch one on it out here. Come on. Got it. Gonna see if I can attempt to catch one in more aggressive fashion. Maybe prove they don't have to eat a super finesse thing today. The wind has calmed a little bit because I'm now outside of the protected area, and it's not like blowing my socks off. So hopefully this is what it is the rest of the day. That'd be nice. Oh, there's one. Yes, sir. On the jerkbait. Oh, come on. Get in here, baby. Smallie, I think. Yes, sir. Okay. He's got a buddy with him, too. Let's go. Gosh. Got one on the Suspendo. Get in here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Small jaw. Ooh, sorry, buddy. I got him in the eyeball. That is not good for you, my friend. Not good for the brand. There we go. Sick. His buddy, though, is about the same size as him, so all good. Sometimes when you hook one, they've got a friend with them. It's like, oh, the other one's so much bigger. Wasn't the case there. All right. So they will eat something a little faster, a little more aggressive. And this is just junk fishing at its finest. I fished a little bit shallow, then I skipped some docks, then I came back and fished a hair jig, and then I came out here on the point, on the wind with a jerkbait. A lot of bass fishing is just learning as much as you can about as many lures as you can, and going out there and trying a lot of things. Man, when they hit a jerkbait, again, that initial burst of energy makes you think they're so big. And you've seen it all day. I've had live scope on, but I'm not using it at all. These fish are too tight to the bottom and too shallow to really be scoping them. And I'm assuming y'all don't want to see that anyways. Oh, oh gosh, there was one. Come on, eat it again. Eat it again. Eat it again. Oh, no. He was 1.5 pounds. He was not big. But that's good to know. There are some smallmouth to be caught just by fishing the good windy banks. Now I'm gonna drift back down this bank after I finish with it with the hair jig and make long casts with the wind. Probably put my power poles down every few casts. And it's interesting, I think I'm catching more fish by just kind of casting out into the open where it's like 10 feet as opposed to 6 up here. Honestly, that kind of makes sense. The fish are cruising in deeper water. Honestly, the bigger ones are probably out here too. But fish are cruising and they want it above their head. And this KVD 100 dives about 4 to 5 feet. And so it's not that far above their head if I'm up there closer to shore. This just feels like a jerkbaity day, man. Really does. Oh gosh, bad cast. I feel like being a jerk today. A jerkbait. My retrieve, I'd say today that I've been trying with the jerkbait is like a medium fast retrieve, and it's worked. I could try a slow retrieve, but I think I need to cover water, and you can't cover water with a slow retrieve. But I'm also not jerking it that fast. I'm giving it 2 to 3 seconds in between my twitch sequences. Man, this point here's got some dang rock off it. Come on. This just feels right. Not a bite on that, wow. On that rock, little boulder spine that sticks out. Surprising. Very surprising. Can't lie. Oh, there's one. There's one. Small jaw. Hit it right on the point. Beautiful. Beautiful fish. Again, though, not a giant. 2 pounds. And you'll notice when I hit them in a jerkbait, I go low. I go low with them because they like to throw them hooks. And I don't feel like getting the hook in my hand. All right, well, I haven't shown one to the camera in a while. Small jaw. KVD 100. Thank you, buddy. They're not big, but I do enjoy catching them on a jerkbait. It's a fun bite. And there's really no rhyme or reason why I just caught that fish. I mean, this part of the point's just like that part of the point. That's just where that fish happened to be. Bada bing, bada boom. And you'll notice I'm also keeping my cast low and rolly with the jerkbait as well. Now I do that just, I'm kind of a roll cast guy in general, but also I'm casting into the wind. So I need to keep it as low as possible so it's not as affected. Sometimes it catches a wind current and it helicopters. Nothing you can do about that. I love anything at all. Oh! A 1 pound smallie followed it up. I think I'll catch some on the hair jig coming back through here. Odd bet. But man, if the smallmouth on this lake are biting, makes me think that one of the next lakes I'm gonna go to maybe film an uncut at, maybe a regular channel video, that they're gonna be biting there too. And I'd love to catch them on a dang jerkbait and a hair jig. That'd be fun. I just assume they're going to be on the same exact pattern because these lakes are close to each other. Yeah. It's funny, I really thought today was going to be a mostly largemouth day. But, well, you know what? It's probably been about 50-50. Smallmouth have been the recent catches, but I have caught a lot of largies, even on the hair jig. Oh man, probably once I get to the end of this point here, make it drift back with the hair jig and then fish the peninsula again, that'll probably be it for the Uncut. I do have to get to my second lake of the day. Oh, I love anything at all. The higher I fly is the further I fall. Oh, I love anything at all. I've been fishing, oh gosh, eat it. Eat it, oh man. I've been fishing this lake for like 4 years now, once or twice a year. And it seems like the smallmouth are getting smaller and smaller. So I don't really have a explanation for why. But when I first came here, man, I caught like 3-4 pounders. It was banging. But every year the smallmouth just don't stay the same size. And I don't quite know why. One time I caught him here, just like scoping out in the middle of nowhere. They were chasing down perch. And I literally was taking a football jig and casting it at them in the water column. And they were eating it mid-water column because my football jig looked like a perch. That was crazy. All right, jerkbait's not quite doing it. I've had 2 follows now. That I wonder if would eat the hair jig. Yeah, I'm gonna go hair jig. And now I'm just going down the bank. I'm past the point, so not really a huge fan of that. I think I need to be where the current's going, which is down that bank. It's going into this bank, but I think I need to be going down current. That would make sense to me. Is the further I fall, so I do anything at all. Why love anything at all? I love anything I love anything at all. Oh, I love anything at all. Put my poles down a little bit just to slow down my my drift. Not to actually touch the bottom, just to slow it down. Slow it down, down, down. Although I might touch on this rock hump here. I love anything at all. Man, you cast this thing far going downwind. Just a simple little lob like that gets this sucker going. Hold up though. No, I wasn't going to scope a whole lot, but I think I see fish. I think I sees bass out here. Think. It might just be grass, but it's worth a cast. Just to see. Oh, it is a bass. It was a bass. Wow. There's bass out here. Huh. Okay. Jerkbait it is. Way out here in dang 10 feet. Not many of them. If that is what I'm seeing, I think I'm seeing grass now. Yeah. I'm seeing mostly grass now. Further home. All right, that was a waste. I saw a bass and he chased down my hair jig, but there's not multiple of them. Back to the hair we go. I love anything at all. Oh, baby. Well, I don't know. Yes, big smallmouth. Big smallmouth. Biggest one of the day. That actually is a big one. That actually is a big one. Get over here. Get over here, baby. Get up in this seat. I'm gonna land you Elite Series style. Come on now. Gosh, you strong, boy. You strong. Yes, 3-pounder, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Come on. Look at that beautiful smallmouth bass. Fighter fly, roof of the mouth. Just so stinking beautiful. See if I can get a good lighting from the chest mount. Oh, I love these fish. And I love this hair jig. That's cool. Going downwind, got this guy. Or I mean, casting downwind, bringing it up. Absolutely gorgeous fish. Goodness. I'm gonna weigh this. I think he's 3 pounds. But I'm kind of just curious about what I've been calling these fish. He got a belly on him. Look at that belly. Yeah, 3.13 is what it kind of was going around. 3.05, 3.13, either way. Beautiful smallmouth bass up here in the North Country. Gotta love it, baby. All right, girl. See ya. Thanks for biting my hair jig. Gosh, we're having fun. We're having fun. That was fun. That was fun. That was fun. Yeah. That was one of the ones I think was chasing my hair jig earlier. And I really let that one get deep. Pretty sure he ate it right as I started retrieving again. So it was pretty dang deep. Love it. Gotta love when they pull on your rod. Oh, bald eagle. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. You always got to give respect to the troops when you see one of those beautiful babies. Look at that. Look at that chest mount. Look at that bald eagle. Insert bald eagle noise. Screech. That fish right there was for America, all right? That fish was for America. Love it. Coming up near the end of the Uncut, we got ourselves a nice one. A 3-pounder, bona fide 3-pounder. We got 2 3-pounders today, 3-pound largie and 3-pound smallie. Love it. That's what I call a good day. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's kind of cold though, my nose is running. Kind of chilly out here. Do-do-do-do-do is the further I fall. Oh, I love anything at all. If the higher I fly, is the further I fall. I love, oh, anything at all. Love to find one more big smallie. I think I will on the other side of that shoal that I started on. Matter of fact, I'm gonna kind of boogie my way there. It's already 1 o'clock. I need to be finishing this Uncut here. Head to the next lake. Oh, anything at all. I love anything at all. This has been fun, y'all, dialing in exactly what these fish want while also testing out a few new things. It's been a blast. So if you're not subscribed to the Uncut Bass Fishing YouTube channel, man, what are you doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm not finishing the video here. I just thought I'd ask for your subscribe. Thanks for watching all this so far. Hopefully you entered the comment challenge. If you missed it, I'll recap it. Comment challenge is what's the biggest bass you've caught on the smallest lure? Or just a small, tiny lure that's your favorite. Anything like that fits the description of the answer I'm looking for. So go ahead and comment that down below, and you may win yourself two packages of these hair jigs shipped to your doorstep. Of course, I'll have to respond to your comment and get your email and then get your address, but because I know some folks leave the phone somewhere while they do something and leave it playing, so you may not have heard the comment challenge, but it was in here. It was in here. I challenged y'all with a comment. Well, I love anything at all. Come, big smallies. 3-pounder's nice, but I know there's 4s and 5s in here. Because I caught some of y'all years ago. So where'd you go? There's one. I think, or it's a rock. That's a stick. I was flipping my hair jig at a stick. Classic stick. That's a knee slapper right there. Now we're casting against the wind. That's a tough one. I would just love to finish with one more fish catch. That'd be nice. Ooh, ooh, there's one that's made a bed. There's a bass that's made a bed. Let's go. Come on, baby. Smallmouth that's made a bed. Wow. Finally. Took them long enough. There was not a bed here 2.5 hours ago. Come on, baby. Oh my gosh, I had him. He's there. He's there. I should probably put a the dang dice on him. Ooh, I'm gonna catch him on the dice to finish. I say the dice. It's a tumbleweed. That's what I should catch him on. It's the tumbleweed. Check my drag. We're good. Man, it kind of makes me want to go down the bank here and flip at every dark spot. Because obviously they're on beds now. He's not very willing to bite though, that's the problem. Oh, I had him. I had him. Dang it. I need to just put a drop shot in there. What am I doing? What am I doing? All right, drop shot it is. Well, now one more cast. One more try with the tumble. I want to catch him on it. He's just not super aggressive yet to the bed, or else he'd be chomping this thing. He'd be chomping at the bit to eat it. But he's not. Come on now. Help me finish the video, please. I'll let you go right after. I promise. Promise I will. And I guess right when smallmouth get on the bed, they're not quite aggressive yet. Oh. Did I have him? I think I had him. Yeah, they're not quite aggressive yet. Wonder if you need some dang thump gel or something. Some scent would help. It's possible. Well, there was multiple black spots that I flipped to down this bank that I just went by really fast. Wonder if there are fish on those beds too. The wind does not make this easy. There we go. Got him. Oh, goodness. He's bigger than I thought. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Bigger than I thought. That's the biggest smallmouth of the day. Gosh, dang, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, well, I found where all the big ones are. They're making beds. Goodness. Let's go ahead and get you, big girl. Let's go ahead and get you. Yes, sir. Gosh, absolutely choked it. Look at that. Oh, 3.5 pound small jaw. Finally found them. They're making beds. Literally watched the whole thing happen. This morning, watched them cruise. They wouldn't eat anything. Then I started slowly catching some smaller ones on the hair jig. Look at the scar he's got on him. And then I got myself 3.4. That's sick. Okay, maybe I'm not done. Maybe I'm not done. Maybe I need to check out the rest of these spots. If there's a lot more Betty looking things, aka dark spots, than there were this morning. Anything on this one? I don't see nothing on this one. Yeah, I don't see a bass on that one. Do 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 do. The higher I fly, is the further I fall. That was fun. Watch them make beds. Shoot dang. Well, I never did find that last smallmouth on a bed, but man, what a dang fun day we had. Catching them doing all different kind of things, finesse, jerkbait, catching one on a bed at the end. I mean, just a really cool fishing day. So hopefully you enjoyed it. If you want to watch my last uncut episode from here in Minnesota, that's probably by this point dropped. It'll be over here in the corner. Caught him though, largemouth in a way different way. I mean, totally aggressive, shallow fish. And if you want to subscribe here to the Uncut Bass Fishing channel, it'll be over here in this corner. Make sure you click one of those two because it helps this channel continue to thrive. As always, my merch is linked down in the video description, as well as all the rods, reel, and exact tackle I was using, and these killer sunglasses, of course, and all the discounts that apply to you guys. My name's Tyler. As always, it's a pleasure, and we'll see y'all next time right here on Uncut Bass Fishing.